Hey, my name is Loco Dice, and I'm right here in Miami. Played all the parties already, and a few more to go. I think I'm blessed having all this history behind me. Like I was with big superstars on tour, and what I learned is to stay focused and be professional and handle the whole business. Because a lot of people think it's fun, which it is fun, but it's also, you need a lot of discipline. You need to be focused on your job, and you need to have the creative part still running and still. It's like art. Producing art is a difficult word to say, but it's like you have to be always like aware of all the surrounding and what's happening around you, and put them back in your music. And this is what I'm doing. And like I said, I'm blessed having those names in my history book, and here I am now. I think when you come to a jam where I'm playing, you figure out right away, okay, this kid is coming from the hip hop. It's not with the obvious hip hop samples that I throw over my techno beats. It's also the way I'm mixing, the way my track selection is, even the way I play techno. I call it more, it's a bouncy techno, which is not very dark and very spheric. It's more to the point, you know, sometimes more funky. And even if I go into the dark alleys, it's still kind of hip-hop-ish. So that's me. This is my language, and this is how I try to transform it to the people, to the crowd. And I learned this way back in hip-hop, how to learn how to read a crowd. Let's say it this way. There are many factors in that moment. It's like, that's why I never prepare that much. Even I had a big show at Ultra yesterday. I don't sit at home and I try to figure out what tracks to play, because it's gonna mess up my mind. I like to go with a no plan, because my routine is like I play big stages, small stages, and I have to handle with the situation that I got. The Miami party, huh? It's like, you know, the first thing you have to see is, like, for me, the sound system. How is my monitoring? How is the sound? How's the vibe? What DJ played before me? There are so many things you have to adapt to, and if you have a plan, those things can mess up your whole set. So that's why it's better to have no plan, be confident. You know, I know what music I've got, I know what music to bring, and I try around with the people, and then it might take 1, 2, 3 records, but then we got away, and then we go this way, and then I'm the captain. I try this direction or that direction, and we work it out together. And that's the amazing part of being a DJ. Right now, where we are here is the Miami Music Week. So you have people from all over the world coming, and you have to satisfy those people. When you have like a big venue, you have a lot of South Americans who come, you know, especially from Venezuela or Colombia, or places where they can't have those mass parties, you know. And that's the interesting thing about a gathering or a conference or whatever you want to call it. The difference is just, I mean, of course, from nation to nation, it's different vibe, you know. You can't play the same like you play in Italy, play the same in London, or in Manchester or in LA. There's always a certain variety, but I could not say that I tailor a set to a certain audience. Like I said, it's all the factors of from sound system to crowd. This is what I adapt, and this is how I flow. The time was right, you know. When I was working on Underground Sound Suicide, it was the time when I got closer again with David Waxman and the whole Ultra gang, and everything was like leading into that direction. That's why we had a really smooth conversation, and till now everything was running really smooth. Like, we worked for ages together, and even though it is a kind of major label, I didn't felt like releasing on a major. But yes, my attention was, I need to bring my music a little bit to a wider audience, you know. And a lot of people talk about risk or something, but I don't see it this way, because underground is such a cliche word, you know, and I hated this word so much, because right now it becomes very hipster, you know. Everything is underground. Oh, I go into an underground party. Yo, what is underground? Do you actually, if you talk about underground, it's not that underground anymore, you know what I mean? And so all these feelings and everything I transformed into this album, and it had to come out on a label like Ultra. So the whole thing was like just matching, you know. And I'm really proud about this album, and I'm proud releasing on Ultra, I have to say. And I can't wait to work with these guys more. It's coming now, a lot of remixes, the whole remix box. So now the album is coming out on my label again. as vinyl only, because we are a traditional vinyl label. And Ultra will release as well the remixes with big names like Kenny Dope Gonzalez, Kerry Chandler, Jimmy Edgar, Henrik Schwartz, Robert Hood, Nightmares on Wax, Timo Maas. So you see the list is huge. And I'm really happy about this project, and I'm really proud and blessed to have all these artists remixing my album. You know, yeah, I said it before, this word underground, everybody, this term, everybody's using it right now. I mean, they even gave us now a music type, which is underground music. Yo, what is underground music? I don't know. What I'm playing is electronic music. I play something between techno and house music. Somewhere in between, this is where you find me. And I don't call myself underground as well. You know, underground is really when someone creates a certain music or a certain party, and this party is in a basement. It doesn't need to be in a basement, could be even in a rooftop, you know? It doesn't need to be always dark and smelly and cheap and not so much money. Underground is when it's small, petit, different. And the moment we play in front of 20,000 people, so that's why calling this underground, why using this term? And it, sorry to say, it pissed me off right away, because what are we now, new DJs? Do you want to say like Robert Hood, Richie Hawtin are new DJs under the term underground, playing on an underground stage? That's so wrong, you know, and it could kill our scene. But we are healthy, believe into the power of the crowd that we have, and even the new people who coming in our scene, you know, which doesn't have a name. Our scene, it doesn't have a name because we are very, it's a various DJs from Martinez Brothers who play house music to Richie Hawtin who plays techno. We can all perform together, and that's the beauty of it, and that's the great thing. And it's just a term, so let's see when this term is going to die, but this time it's not going to pull a whole scene down because we're too strong for that. A lot of music. I'm going to release a lot of music. I'm working right now on an album, a new album, which is more clubby tracks, longer versions, very long, a lot of build-ups, really tailored for DJs, for club situations, not like my last album, Coming to the Point. I work right now on a new project, which I can't throw in right now. It's just a new project, different music, really exciting things. I have a new artist. He's an old school rapper. He used to rap with me. He did the track on Underground Sound Suicide, the track. And I'm working on his album, helping him out with tracks and production and lyrics and everything. And yeah, I'm working on some other things. I mean, we have a new brand coming out. I'm working with New Era on a new brand, on a new caps. So there's a lot of things going on. I can't stand still. I always have to go, keep going, doing stuff. There's so much stuff in my head. Yo, what's up? This is Loco Dice. I'm here in Miami, and you're watching GRAMMY Pro.